All right, here we are on Anclote Key, and we have the Anclote Key Lighthouse. Now, Anclote Key is about 4.5 miles long, and it's a barrier island. So it is an island, but the reason they call it a key is because there used to be a reef. Okay, it's not an island. There's a difference between an island and a key. There used to be a reef here, and it got covered by sand. So this was formed by nature. Now, behind me, you're going to see the Anclote Key Lighthouse. Now, I can tell you a lot of cool things about this lighthouse because I really love the history of this place. Now, that lighthouse was built in the 1800s. It cost about $35,000 to build. It's all cast iron. Now, the really cool thing about this is up until about 1930, people actually lived here on this island. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I'd love to be the lighthouse keeper. I would love to live on the island. But in reality, it was a really harsh lifestyle. And I looked up their log entries and found them were really sparse. A tough lifestyle. Remember, you had to carry kerosene up to the top of that lighthouse to keep it lit. That's 180 steps. You had to keep that glass clean. Now, living out here on the island back in 1930 or so, you had no refrigeration, no running water. So if you wanted iced tea, you were just having tea. If you wanted something cold out of the fridge, you were getting it out of ice, or you weren't getting it at all. So really, they caught a lot of their food. They ate a lot of canned food, a lot of dried food, and life was really tough out here. Two types of scorpions that live on this island. There were rattlesnakes. There were coral snakes. So life wasn't really easy. The mosquitoes used to be so thick you could lean into them and you wouldn't fall over practically. And so life was tough. Now, they lost one of their kids to dengue fever, which was the longest log entries I could find. All it said was child passed, 7 a.m. So, one of the most tragic things that can happen to you. So they were real stoic people, and they had to haul everything out here. If they wanted water, they hauled it out here. If they wanted groceries, they hauled it out here. They had no electric, no indoor plumbing, so you had an outhouse out here. So life wasn't so glamorous living on the island. It was nothing like Gilligan's Island, I'll tell you that. It's a really tough lifestyle out here. Now, this key is really beautiful. It's a real dynamic tide system out here. And the cool thing about it, and why Anclote is so good for shells, because you have the river, Anclote River, who pushes up on the backside with a little bit of pressure. And then out front you have the Gulf of Mexico. And what that does, it kind of makes the shells really good here. I like the shells on Anclote Key better than Honeymoon, better than Sanibel, better than most of the islands that I've been to here in Florida. I grew up here in Florida back in the 60s. Anclote Key was what Florida actually looked like. And it's a state park. You can camp on one end of this island. You can shell all over the island. And it's a beautiful ecosystem that I'd love to share with you. It's such a beautiful place. It's got such great history.